if you could give your younger self any advice
Mm-hmm.
that maybe could have helped you, or if there's a white or a blue belt that, you know, you
Mm-hmm.
could speak to, what would you say? Is there anything you change or do differently, or what advice would you give?
So probably the best thing you can do for yourself, like no matter what type of skill you're trying to acquire, business you're trying to build, is just focus on your sleep. Like that's easily the biggest mistake I've made in the past 10 years. It's easy for 9 p.m. to become 11, and it's the small amounts of discipline spent every day late at night will have a huge payoff later down the road. Especially if you're doing 2 or 3 hard sessions a day. Only way you're going to feel good without that, unless you're really taking care of yourself, is, pick up a sauce. So, that would definitely be one of the biggest recommendations. And then built into that is trying to have evening and morning routine, trying to have a set of activities that you're doing every night, no matter what, in the morning, every time, no matter what, over the past 6 months, I've been quite good at it. The past 2 months, not so much, but since the beginning of the year, I have been quite a bit more disciplined than usual. And when you have that consistency, that's when you start to really see some really good results. So focus on your sleep, get some good morning, evening routine. And then, the fourth thing in there would be like the, diet and strength conditioning. Once you've taken care of the really important things, which, your basic fundamentals, taking care of yourself, getting to bed on time, waking up, doing your stretches, all that, then you can focus on the other components, diet and nutrition. Nutrition and strength conditioning.
Very cool.
Yeah, it's a lot of times it's like those small little things, like in jiu-jitsu, it's grip fighting, it's hand fighting, body positioning and posture and all these things, which make the sweep or the takedown happen, right? Like we're working on takedowns at the gym right now for the standing work. And, it's like every class starts off with like hand fighting and like basically getting into stances and working all that stuff, because it's huge, right? It's not like the stuff that you think about, but it's huge. And even like with my riding lessons. So have you ever ridden a horse?
Way back in the day. Yes. Way back.
Okay. So like you get into riding and there's like, you're doing all these little bitty things with your feet and your heels and stuff to like basically talk to the horse. It doesn't look super cool, but it's like, that's the stuff. And like doing that stuff, like you said, like going to sleep early or going to sleep in accordance with what you're trying to do. Right. So maybe if you train really late, then maybe you can go to sleep later and sleep in, but getting your 7-8 hours of sleep every night. Right. And keeping that routine alive. So you have your sleep hygiene set, and that stuff's important. And it's often overlooked for, hey, what's the cool supplement that I need to take? Or, hey, what's that new sweep I need to know that nobody else knows? It's like, that stuff's cool, but this stuff's really important, and it makes all the other stuff possible.
Yeah, absolutely.
It's a good foundation. It's like some of that stuff's like low hanging fruit, and you take it for granted almost because it's there and it's available to pretty much anybody to go to sleep. And it's just like, if you do that, but it does take discipline. It's like, man, you gotta get off your phone, get yourself in a good space to get some rest. And I think it does pay dividends. And I think the thing about being younger is you can get away with a lot more. Your body can compensate a lot more versus when you get a little older, it's you realize it and you pay for it a little more. So